to visit at least 7 countries, or 5 or 4, depending on our budget and the time that we have. So basically, this is the plan. Very, very shambolic, but it's gonna turn out to be great. I hope so. So let's get down to business. The first thing that we had to figure out were the dates that we were planning to travel. We settled down on traveling on 21st of December, then ending our journey 10 days later on 1st of January in Brussels. We had countries where we only visited, we stayed for a night, but most of the countries we stayed for 2 nights. Now come to the second part, the budget. We were working on a budget of 500 euros for the whole trip, for the 6 countries to be precise. Now, the first thing that we had to factor in was the Interrail pass. Luckily, we got a 10% discount during the Christmas break, and we got the pass at 226 euros instead of the normal 251 euros. Now, we come to the other stressing part, which is accommodation. And in our case, we had to look for the most affordable accommodation. And where else? Hostel World. Being budget travelers, we had to find the cheapest hostel. At the same time, you had to factor in the distance between the hostels and the train station, because with Interrail you have to use trains. So that's something to put in mind. Now let's do a simulation. Assuming you want to go from Budapest, we want to stay in Budapest from 7th of January up to around 9th of January. What can we find? There's a 9 euro hostel here. At the same time, you have another one for 11 euros. But all this depends on countries. You have countries which we paid almost 25 euros for a night. Another thing that we had to factor in were leisure activities, public transport, and seat reservation, of which we did not reserve any seat during our Europe trip. Finally, we are in Frankfurt, Germany, and sadly we missed our train. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, because in the train, the time says, for instance, it's 13:17, and the real time is like 13:25. So that's what has happened. Then reaching here, you can't even get, like, everything is in German. We have obviously the English translations, but it's incomprehensible. So we had to go to the office and ask where to take our next train, which leaves in the next like 30 minutes. Yeah, so, but the journey has been smooth and lovely. Wow.
628 via Frankfurt Main Airport, Fulham, March 15:10 to Taylor.
Hi.
Hi.
So far, how do you think the journey has been?
So far, it's been good. Tumekuwa na challenges.
Wool up, just wool up. What's the business, man?
I am tired, nateseka. Niko njaa, sijakula.
Are you sure?
Bag zote.
the night we walked around the city, admired the lights, took some photos. For me, I wanted to go to Allianz Arena, the Bayern Munich football pitch, but it was far away, so we had to cancel the plan. Then we headed out to this fast food restaurant and we got a wrap. And let me tell you, it was bad. We actually threw it in the dustbin and just said, it's a wrap. Headed to this hostel for the night. The next country was beckoning us. We could only hum to its tunes. Ah, Shaka.
So schnell.
Yes, Hassan. How do you find the day? Wow. Guys, it's so cold. It's -5. Frozen hands, but fun fast. Mambo.
Sina mambo.
Hebu na shatu vidole zako.
Okay, as a function.
So now we're heading to Vienna for our day 2 of using Interrail, and I can say it has been amazing and so easy to use, and yeah, something you should try out. Let's go.